Hi guys, it's Caroline, and today I'm going to be taking you through my 2021 reading journal. So here's my table of contents. I don't think that my drawing or my lettering or any of that is going to be all that interesting to actual pro bullet journals. This is my first real bullet journal. I do keep a page journal, but that's pretty much just bar graphs. I do think it's just interesting to see the different kind of stat sheets different people keep, and so that's why I'm filming this video. So don't expect any cool art or anything like that. Case in point, this is my title page for 2021, and this took me a ridiculously long time for how simple of a drawing this is. But to start it all off, I have 2021 in review. I'm keeping track, obviously, of the month, how many books I read per month, how many pages I read that month, which, because I do keep a page log per day in a different bullet journal, will be fairly easy. How many of those books I owned and how many I borrowed. Now, this is really a big deal because my TBR doesn't go down, obviously, when I borrow stuff from the library, and so sometimes I have really great reading months, but it's because I listen to 8 audiobooks from the library and my TBR doesn't go down, so I think this is interesting. And then diverse books, and for this I'm just talking about anything by a non-white author because I think it's important and it's good to check myself month by month, is my diverse books number low compared to my numbers read, so I like to keep an eye on that. So here is the first spread. Now on this side, I have classics that I want to read in the decade 2020, and I picked 10. I've read 3 already in 2020. 2020 was good for that. If you want, you can pause the video and see what they are. The little stars I did aren't coming out super great, but I don't know what else to do, so I'm just going to kind of leave them. And then these are the 10 books or series that I want to read in 2021. In 2020, I think I got 6 of the 10. So The Luminaries, 4321, The Nyx, and The Amazing Adventures of Kavalier and Clay are holdovers from 2020, which, I don't love, but it is what it is. Okay. Next up, I have a page to keep track of the challenges I've set for myself. First one is I want to read 12 OwlCrate books. I've been an OwlCrate subscriber for a really long time, and recently I haven't been as good as picking them up just because I've been busy with school. Well, now I don't go to school, so I should try to do 12 because I get 12 per year. I want to read 5 series start to finish. Last year I didn't clarify that, and so I got the 5 series within the first month just because I picked up a few books that technically the 4th book in a 4-book series had come out or something like that, and then I just boom finished it. But I really kind of meant I have all these series on my shelf that I want to get going on and finish. I want to get 5 books. I got this poster that is a 100 novels you should read in a lifetime, and you scratch it off and you get to make a star thing, and then there's a whole rating system once you complete it all. And I want to read at least 5 more books that are on that poster. I want to net even or better for 8 months. Now what that means is I keep track of my accumulation each month. So books my mom passes along to me, books I get from the library and end up reading net even, books I buy myself, OwlCrate, those all count against me, but then I try to balance it out by reading books off my TBR. So I try, this year I think I'm going to be, I gained 15 books or something, but it would be nice to make my TBR go down. And then finally, I want to read 5 books that have been translated into English from some other language. Okay, so here is what I call my series tracker. So I went through, and these are all the series that I read in 2020 that aren't complete series and I haven't completed. So for instance, the Poppy War, these blue marks mean that I have read the Poppy War and the Dragon Republic, and the Burning God is still left to be read. Once I check that off, I can check that off. Something like Nevermore, Hollowpox is out. I have space just in case a 4th book, although it hasn't been announced. For instance, Skyward, I have Nowhere and Starsight. even though this is going to have 4 books, I can check it off because like the 4th book obviously isn't going to come out in 2021, so I can't ask myself to read that. So basically this is just, hey, these are the series you've started. Keep an eye out, see if I can't like stay on top of these and not get way behind, because I do tend to marathon series and that's how I prefer to do it. But you can't always do it. With Skyward, the books aren't all out, so you got to do what you got to do, but this is keeping me on top of that. Next up is an alphabet challenge. I'm not really like gonna change my life to make sure I get it. Like the Z and the V and stuff like that is gonna be difficult, the Q. So I'm not gonna bend over backwards for this one. I just thought it would be cute to include. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like really pleased with myself and the letters and the lettering system that I've been doing this entire time. Again, I'm like not a huge calligrapher or anything, so the fact that it just like all actually came out and stuff is a true testament to just like my luck. Okay, next up, I actually got this idea from Starla Reads, so shout out to that. I was watching her set up her journal, and obviously she's like a real bullet journal person, so she had it going on, and I saw this and I thought it was so great. Talk to me at the end of the year. Maybe this will be a complete failure, but my idea is for each month I pick my favorite book of the month and then try to kind of recreate the cover in a real loose way. I'm no artist. And so then I can always flip back here and kind of have a look at what my favorites for each month are, and I thought that that would be really fun. Of course, this might look terrible by the end of the year because, who knows how good I'm going to be at drawing these covers. Hopefully they have all simple covers or ones that I can make a good caricature of. Okay, next up is just this 2-page spread for all the 5-star reads. So basically I'm planning on, if I read a book and give it 5 stars, like a full 5 stars, not 4.5, but straight up 5 stars, then I hope to just come and write it on the spine. And that way, if I ever want to think, hey, what are my favorites? I can kind of look at this spread and easily look at the books that I really, really enjoyed. So I just think that's fun and helpful. Next up, I have these 2 graphs. The first one is a genre breakdown. I am a little bit stressed that I'm going to run out of space, whatever. So I'm going to have a key. Basically, every time I read a book in one of these categories, I'm going to fill in a block, and that block will be color-coded according to what the star rating is. I tried to make it where gray is gray, but red being like bad, and then I like purple and blues. So the purple and blues kind of mean yay, good. I just think it'll be interesting to see how many of each genre I read, but also kind of how the breakdown, do I read a lot of historical fiction and not like it? Do I read a lot of graphic novels and love them? I think it'll just be good and help me kind of pick for myself going forward if I see that I keep reading a certain genre and like only giving it, some greens and yellows. And then I want to do the same thing, but for like the race of the author. I just think it is important because I really want to work on not having so many in this column. And I really just, I think it's a good representation. If I start filling this up really fast, and this is super huge compared to all of these, I think right in front of my face, it like guilts me into being like, ma'am, you're not doing what you said you were doing. I have like an Excel sheet and that has graphs and stuff, but I see that I'm only going to update that so often, whereas I can see myself being really excited to do this one as it goes. And this will be like really staring me in the face if I start to read white authors. So I think that's important and is going to keep me accountable. And then finally, I just have my new series tracker, especially because I want to read 5 series start to finish. I just think it would be nice to have a place to keep any new series that I start and to kind of keep a list of which ones I'm reading, which one I still have left. I think this will make it really easy next year when I make the same spreads. It'll be really easy to have my series tracker for 2022 because I can see all the series I started but haven't completed, and I can just transfer that over. But also I just think it'll be really satisfying to check off each as I'm going along and then really be able to see, oh wait, yes, I completed that challenge where I read 5, like I completed an entire series, because I do want to read 5 full series start to finish. Okay, well, that is my spread. It's nothing wild, but hope you enjoyed, and I hope it gave you some inspiration for whatever you're doing in 2021. Bye.